And we got bananas in chat from Official Jaden, I'm an I. Those are the only two bananas right now. We're kicking off the stream. Someone else is here. There are other people online. We're kicking off the stream. We're kicking it off. What was I going to say? Yeah. Episode of Hermitcraft went out about 15 minutes ago. Kicking this one off just 10 minutes earlier than I normally said I would. Right? Like an hour after the stream is roughly when I go live. Today it needs to be a little bit earlier because I've got stuff to do later on. Just finished the episode, says Titromon. Awesome, good timing then. You know, the stream is going to be like a little bit of a continuation of the episode. And yeah, we're going to... Well, we were gonna like get straight into doing some stuff. I'm actually gonna do some stuff in a creative world. I was reading the comment on my video, and it gave me a little bit of an idea. Just want to grab some of that, and yeah, this one over here. So I mentioned creating a little decked out memorial. I don't want to do anything too fancy, just because I'm kind of focused on my potion project at the moment. Do you know what? I think I might just take a few other things over there as well. I'm going to take this with me. So yeah, I'm very much focused on the potion project at the moment. What do these gold arrows do, says Tigger? They light things up when you shoot them. So, you know, now that we can farm them, you know, I was using them before, but they're pretty cool. Okay. So... the gist of the comment was there was somewhere I could put this. I'm not sure where. Could sort of put a little something here. This is a bit... everything's just a little too compact. This is the problem with having a build and then trying to fit things inside of it. It's always a balancing act. I mean, maybe actually this... as a little 3x3 wouldn't be a bad idea. Right. See, I wanted my memento... oh, why did I get 4? I have no idea why I selected 4. It's just how the brain works sometimes. It just gives you this number and you're like, yes, yes brain, I'll take 4. I will not question why only 4. Oh, the albums. Beef hasn't done another one of those in a while, right? So yeah, when it comes to doing the memento stuff, it's like immediately I haven't got a lot of flexibility in here. So next season, I want to make the mementos thing get going from the beginning. Got to think of a better way to bring it into the world. Maybe a series of little rooms, except the layout gives me lots of space to make them bigger or smaller, or just, you know, depending on my needs. So, two common things are decked out were like the keys and the emeralds. Now what else? Like ender pearls, a name tag. Yeah, name tag would definitely go in, wouldn't it? Because there was the Ravager's name tag. And then books for the deck. Like I feel like that should be a thing. I can quite look at this. I always put these together. Have some more. Yeah, I can make it written. Write in it. Hello. Ha. We should put a message here for someone for the world download, right? It'll be our little secret, but then someone... people are saying Ravager head. I don't have a Ravager head. Decked out banner. That would be a good one if I could pinch one of those. Black Shulker. Yeah, Black Shulker would go in there. Psykaz is here with the Prime. Winnie T4 tier for 32 months. Rebecca 11 tier for free. Thank you so much for your support, peeps. Appreciate the subscriptions. Compass. Oh, now we're getting some ideas. Were you there? If not, don't know. There you go. Someone might read that and be like, what? What's going on here? Okay, great ideas coming through in chat. Beast bites, the compass is a must really, isn't it? Now it's some of these and some of those. And then I need a crafting bench. And all I want to do is put a few objects into some item frames and I've got a monster evolving. Got an absolute monster evolving right here. And we got ZerMC here for 5 months. Thank you for the lovely message, dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Now, this thing won't be shiny because it's not hooked up to a lodestone. It'd be kind of cool if it was. Now, do we have far more things? Far more things? 4 more things. Deb Patch, thank you for gifting a sub to Peach Soup. Appreciate you supporting our community that way. So artifacts I could put in the corners. I just feel like that says enough right there, doesn't it? A tango head. Ravager head's too tricky. Sumo Ravager head. Oh, I see what you're doing now. I see what you're doing. I mean, there's literally a name tag right there. I'm seeing suggestions of things that are already in. I think I might just leave it at that. And then if I really feel like it, I could come back and add some other stuff at another time, right? Also, I feel like I don't need this anymore. Sweet. I mean, you know, some of the mementos we put in here are going to be a little bit more interesting than others. That's just the nature of it. I think it's good just remove the item frames. I kind of liked how it looks with them. It probably looks better without. Yeah, it's better without. So these things go in there. Wait. Did one just disappear? Yeah. Where'd it go? Not a... Oh! Oh, you are messing with me. I restarted this right before I went live. There, it's taking the mick. It's taking... I have had a... That probably sounded rubbish. Oh my word. Right, I'm hoping I don't have to use that shulker box for the rest of the stream. Because I don't want to get it from a backup now. Where'd it go? Like, what? Is there like hoppers? Oh, okay, that's where it went. I had all of a sudden a vague memory of there being hoppers in here for some reason. There you go. Mystery solved. It wasn't a desync, right. Oh, black screen. Wait, are we back? Are we back? Past Xisuma trolling present Xisuma. Yeah, I guess so. Trolling myself without even knowing it. Official Jaden gifting a sub to Bouncing Wasp. Thank you so much, Jaden. Appreciate the support as always. So if you watched the episode, you would have seen this over here, right? Now, originally this thing was going to be way bigger. But, you know, I thought about it. When this thing's loaded, it's a lot of hoppers. And the other one was like 6,000. And if this were a single player world, I would so be doing this on the bigger scale. But it's not a single player world, and I think I'm going to be over here a lot of the moment. And whenever you go over here to get potions, it's going to be a big thing to load. So we definitely have to reduce the scale of it. But today we're going to work on the contraption that enables us to reduce the scale but not really lose the overall purpose of this thing, which is to provide every single type of potion. So yeah. Can you go grab your shovel? They're really helpful, says Player Gabe. My shovel's on me right now. It's in my backpack. Except for lingering, says Adzum. No, lingering will be a part of it too. Lingering is a part of it. Okay, so basically what this is the basic 15 potions. And then we do all the other stuff separately. That's part of the contraption we're going to build today. In fact, I kind of need to jump to a test world anyway because I was thinking things through. I've been trying to do that a lot lately. For example, earlier today, I had to set up a beacon and I thought through what I needed to do. And then for some reason I forgot what I thought through and I built it at the wrong place and went, oh no, got to tear it down and build it again. Right? I don't want to do that with this stuff, so I was thinking about coming over here and just starting to put in these key items and get this pipe hooked up. Could also do the nether wart one as well, actually. Yeah, any ingredients can actually get hooked up now, I'm pretty sure. But we need to think about the order in which we turn everything here on. There's a piece of redstone missing. And a comparator. Jeez. X. God, dude. Where did that redstone come from? Oh, it was from making the compass, wasn't it? Look at me, just making mistakes. There's probably loads all over the place, right? Rosemary Moon is here with the Prime for 2 months. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate your support. And a redstone. How did I miss? I must have been just, you know, on the last one, and I was just like, let's get it done already. I just missed loads of stuff. So, Estrilled is here with some cheers and bits saying, hi X, hope you have a fantastic stream and a lovely weekend. Glad to catch a stream for the first time in ages. But bedtime for me now. Yeah, go enjoy your rest, your sleep, your recovery. Thank you ever so much for the cheers and the bits. I'm sure you know. You probably heard me say it many times. This stream will be uploaded to the second channel if ever you want to catch it later on. But thank you so much for the biddies. Appreciate it. We got Abby is sock. Or Abby is okay. Probably how it's supposed to be said. Here are cheers and bits saying good morning Xisuma. I love your channel. Connect. And I always watch you to de-stress. First time catching a stream. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. Hope you are as well. Thank you ever so much for the cheers and bits. Appreciate it. Glad to have you on a stream with us. If you watch my videos to distress, people tell me that the live streams are even more relaxing, apparently. Or at least that's my impression, that people like the streams for relaxing more than the videos. And you got the super amazing music in the background. Very meditative. Okay, so we've got to do stuff like put things in the item hoppers, and I've got to think through all this stuff. So if we now jump over to my test world, this one specifically, we will be working in here to engineer the 9 brewer over there at some point, and we will also be figuring out the build order. Okay, so here's why we need to look at this. This is locked. This is good. We want everything to be locked to begin with. That will lock anything from going out of here because that's powered. That means that all of these things can be in place. Now, when we unpower this, we're going to use this one as our like pilot over the back here. Items will shuffle, will help it along. So then we enter this secondary state where the items then are going down here. Interesting. And then that thing would therefore create a signal which turns this off, and then when the potions are finished going on out there, it turns on again. It's kind of not quite what I want. What I want to do to get this thing going is probably break that, put it back. So then we start doing our first little bit of brewing. The item will go through there. This will need to be turned off. The timing might be a little bit tricky, actually. Because this thing is... Oh, does this even work with a weakness potion, now that I think about it? I mean, I guess... should probably be tested, like, because it works a little different because it's only got one ingredient. Okay, we're going to use this one here to do some experiments. Yeah, not to mention that we've got to get a stupid amount of chests together and whatnot. Let's clear out this inventory. Get us some water bottles. Some blaze powder. Yeah, just had a weird... I had like a heart in chest moment thing, and I thought, what if that messes with the comparator? But the comparator doesn't directly interact with that. Because this is an old design from before when that was introduced. Okay, so every brewing stand will start off like that. And this one only needs a fermented spider eye. So we will simulate... In fact, I might as well put in a stack. Because this will be full to the brim. We'll simulate us getting it going. The weird thing is that these two events, I think, sort of need to happen at the same time. Actually, I guess they don't. Because that's good. Okay, no, they don't. Right, so I should be able to do this. Right, that blinks, that's fine. This is all still locked. Now we turn off that. And this not being on doesn't matter, it starts to drain. So it's torch then repeater, or turning that off, essentially. And then a short while after, we should see the draining happen when this empties. Okay, that blinked up there and it got another ingredient. Excellent. And it's good to go again. Now let's put in some water bottles over here. And it should... Wait, what did I... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have thought about that a little bit sooner, really. Okay, so 3 of those should... No, they didn't end up in there because it was locked. So we need... That's the one other thing that needs testing now. I don't like what just happened. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. I understand why it's all broken. It's fine. This is why we test. Okay, all the water bottles went through. Not a problem. Let's take that back. Okay, we're starting from the beginning again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So where did the rest of those go? They probably went into the thing. Okay, so we got this here. This is us starting the thing, okay? Because we know how to start it. We do that, and then we turn this off, and then it gets brewing. Oh, I really hope I haven't overlooked something here. It can be quite easy to make a big mistake sometimes and copy it 15 times and... Oh, come on, that's good, that's good. No, it starts blinking. I know why. I know why. It's a problem for this brewer and potentially any with like 2 or less ingredients. And it might be difficult to remedy. I think the issue is that when the item comes down, this doesn't stay on. It goes straight into there. So when this needs like, oh, okay, I can see a potential thick, so we've got a very small amount of space to implement it in. Might need a little bit of a sort of flip-flop setup. Essentially, when this gets a signal, it needs... No, this is trickier than I like. We need to do a test to find out how bad the problem is, basically. So let's go ahead and make a two ingredient potion, and then I'll start reading some noises in the ear and we'll see what happens, okay? If it's broken for 2, that's even more of a problem. If it's just broken for 1, that's fine. But it shouldn't be broken for 3. You know, anything will do, won't it? So, I guess this is actually super simple for me to add an ingredient. Let's make sure there's none already in there. Down here, we're going to take that out as well. This thing is all good for us to set it up again. Okay, so 2 ingredients. Now we need our water bottles. Actually, what I'm going to do, because it's going to take a while to figure out now. You know, whenever I stream, there's always this feeling of like, oh, everything always takes longer than you like. And I was looking forward to getting into some redstoning, but this wasn't it. This wasn't it. Okay, hey, what's going on? I've not seen it do that by default before. That's really weird. Anyway, we need to type here, summon, water, no, is it what, like that, bottle? See, it's a potion with a tag. That makes it really annoying to set up with a command block. Okay, here's what we'll do instead. Every time I get the opportunity to do this, I always like doing it. Alright. Put them in there. Okay, now we've got a full one. Alright, so I will just go and plop a couple of those down, right? Now we've got a full supply of water coming in. Good little trick. And we will simulate this again, and we will potentially see the problem with my design, which should have figured this out before. Anyway, I'm going to break that, put it back. That simulates us putting the ingredients in. Right, this is staying on this time. As you can see, it's already started to brew. So let's unpower that. These won't move yet. And I've got a feeling they're not going to move all the way out, unfortunately. Even with 2 ingredients. Sip of tea right there. Okay, so now the next ingredient is brewing. And this needs to drain the whole way, or we've got a problem for 2 ingredients as well. It'll drain the whole way for 3. It's going to be close. I think this is going to beat it. Oh, it drained the whole way. Okay, and now I think I know what the next problem is. That's technically not a correct simulation, but we'll keep it running, right? So I don't know why this down here isn't working either, actually. It's because there's not a shulker there. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. That's fine. I mean, I guess I just want to take the potions out of there. Okay, so then that goes down. Coop says, any tips on getting better at redstone? You just got to get in there and do it, man. Like that's all I've been doing lately. I've been getting in there more and therefore doing a little better. It works with 2. That's really good. And it also means the one that needs this modification is on the end here, which makes life easier. So if we think about this thing now working with only 1 ingredient, and I'm going to put it on pause, what we need over here is... I'm not really sure. It's every time I have to do this, it's super annoying. When this has items coming towards it, we need that one to be empty. So it's kind of like we got to compare both comparators and change a flip-flop or something along those lines. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to look at that another time because that's the kind of challenge that will take me a bit of time and research. But yeah, let's go read some noises in the ear. We've got Isn't a Number here with the Prime. Father of Apocalypse is here for 25 months. Thank you ever so much. Maddie Ray is here for 4. We got Garbage Gamer 1000 here with the Prime. Cross the Edge with the Prime. Bot 007 for 9 months. Chris 1410 for 31 months. And JStar98 is here with the cheers and bits, and I quite enjoy your resource pack, Joyce. Thank you ever so much, dude. I'm glad you enjoy it. I've been meaning to update it, actually. There's a few things on Vanilla Tweets that I want to put on it, so it'll get updated soon. We got Weebus Potato here for 7 months saying, hello X, I found a band called Dream Theater. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but they're a lot like Hacken. I like them a lot. I think you would too. Don't have to say much else, just that your videos always make my day, so thank you. Appreciate it, dude. What you'll find is that a band like Hacken are undoubtedly massive Dream Theater fans. I'm a Dream Theater fan. I've been listening to them for donkey's years, and I've seen them live about 3 or 4 times. They're an awesome group. Gelsberry's here for 38 months. Hello X, I got a really cool new pen this week. It even writes underwater. It can write other words too. Yay, jokes. Ah, I knew it. I had that feeling. But I didn't see it until you said jokes. It writes underwater. Get it? Because it can write the word underwater. Oh, jeez. I spelt it out again. I spelt it out. X, stop spelling out the jokes. I missed diamonds about a minute ago. Oh, silly me. I've missed diamonds. In my own test world. Cow, 3432 here for 4 months. Emma Lou Dee-Doo here for 48 months. 84, no one's been here for that long. We got Sando here with the Prime, and Gargoyle with the Prime, and a raid from the basement. Thank you ever so much for the raid. To the basement community, were you guys doing Minecraft? We're doing some redstone over here today. We are not going to be ready to get our brewery fired up until we fix this problem, which I'll do another time because it's going to require a lot of focus. What we're doing next is going to be super interesting. We're going to build a very specific type of brewery, and this is what I love about Minecraft, is that you can do the same projects in so many different ways. The thing I find is that I don't often encounter the reason to do it, whereas in trying to compact the mega brewery, we came across like a really interesting brewing challenge, right? So what we need to do is give all of these blaze powder like this. The one thing we don't do is put ingredients... Actually, no, we do put ingredients on the top. What am I on about? Last time I was thinking about this, I was like, there's nothing that goes up top. Of course there is. We've got to put in redstone and glowstone up there. And then we've also got to put in our potions. Now, the reason the potions are on the other side is because we can't realistically share a supply of blaze with it. So what you'll find is that we're going to have a row like this over here. Potentially I can move that over by 1 if need be. So as a reminder, we can do it like that. It can be in either row. When it comes to this right here, I think the redstone that's going to put the ingredients in is going to be higher up. On one of our systems, it's going to do 2 items instead of 1, which means we've got to think about the overall design with the knowledge that there will be a modification. So I think what I might do is put that like so. Now we can power that all with redstone and blocks. What we're going to use, let's use some smooth here. So this is going to be one set of ingredients going in. And then on the opposite side, if we need more, we've got this option. Now one thing to keep in mind is that if we need to do any timing, we can do it off of 1. It doesn't need to be repeated over and over again. So if this is looking compact and crazy, good. It'll look even more crazy when we're done. Here's going to be a very challenging part of this. We are going to need this all to be locked. Now, because of the other hoppers here... No. I was going to say we have to lock it powered from below. We don't. We can actually lock it here because when it becomes unlocked, that is going to be blaze powder. That's never going to be a problem. So, I don't know what the best method to lock all this is. But we can do that. I've got a feeling though it's going to be just repeaters pointing in. Let's go with repeaters pointing in. So what we're slowly doing as we create this contraption is we're accumulating a bunch of like variables to control for. So like we've got to keep that locked and then unlock it, for example. We've got to power all of this so that they get ingredients at one point or another. Let's do that. Having a look in chat, I asked a minute ago and then I got sucked into doing this. I don't know, again, who raided us or what they were doing, but thank you for the raid. Warped fungi is a great way to introduce new potion effects. Yeah, I think they should add a bit more expansiveness to potion brewing with some of the new items. That would be really cool. I mean, I like the idea that they could get a little more customizable than just the current setups. If you then wanted to brew, every single type, it'd be a nightmare. But imagine instead of using a nether wart, you use the fungi, and then it just meant that potion was 5 minutes instead of 8, or little tweaks and quirks. Maybe splash potions could have a larger radius of effect. There'd be some cool stuff done with that. I think the more options you give players with things like this, the better. Okay, so there's something very tricky we have to do here. We can do it with timing. There's potentially a whole variety of ways. Let me explain. We're gonna need something like this, and then we're going to need to unload our shulker box like this into here. So the player's going to put in their shulker box, and their potions are going to be drained. Problem with that is we also don't want the shulker box to be picked up by the hopper. So it might be better to have a chest and have the player transfer them in, but that's a bit slow. So I want the player to be able to get back their shulker box. We'll think about that a little later on, and we'll actually give ourselves plenty of room. Do we have a full shulker box of potions somewhere? This should be loaded with them because I left it brewing for ages. Here we go. So we'll put that, nearby so we can pick it up and put it down. But what we want to do is get this into all of those brewers. So when it goes into here, it's going to fill up the 3 and then 5. So how on earth do we tell it, time and time again, this is going to be very challenging. This is going to be very experimental. Like, I'm really not sure if this even makes sense. Now, the problem with what I've just done is that it's not tileable. Although it might be based on... Also, what am I powering? I'm looking at this entirely wrong. It's also going to potentially mess with a bit of the bottom, but considering that we're putting them in, for now I think that'll be okay. So a way you can do this is with like a piston. That don't feel right. Let me just do a little check, right? Like, what's 1 potion to this thing? Yeah, it's 3. It's 3. So, unless we were to go 1, 2, 3 and do it like Impulse does, but then you're going to have a whole bunch of repeaters bringing it back over here. Now, maybe it powering the next couple along is not the worst thing ever. Oh, this is tricky right here. How do we get 3 into each of them? Oh! Here's a thought. Aha! Oh, that just got so simple. I didn't think that would be... Well, okay, don't jump the gun. I didn't think that would be possible, but yeah, of course, we can build a filter into this. Okay, so, my favourite item for filtering is iron bars. Right, so we put in a filter, then only 3 can go in here. Now, the next trick is to not have them go in there. Okay, this might not actually be so great. So, redstone. What am I doing? Right, you're pointing into shulker box. Right, where is these items going to end up? Because it's locked here, it's not going to go in, right? But it stops it from going into our potential brewer. So, how does that work then? How does this work? We definitely need to lock it, otherwise it's going to back up 3, and we need to think of it like our player isn't coming here to do a bunch in a row. They're going to put in one, they need to get it back out again. It's a very specific use that we have for this. Ed Network, thank you for 51 months of support, incredible. And hey, it's Areas here with the Prime. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Pressure plates and clicker clackers is what Scar calls redstone components. Yeah, clicker clackers, aren't they just? I'm reading chat because I need your help. You need one more layer, says Gozio. One more layer, like of... I was thinking about that, of this, like... These are locked, or... That don't make quite too much sense. What we can do, if we have something that's locked, is put things into it like this. Yep. Okay. But then, you have the same problem of you need to put 3 into that. How do we evenly distribute these? I can think of a way. And it's a way I don't really want to do because it'll probably go wrong. If they're all locked and one gets to the end, we unlock them at the moment they arrive and then let the next ones in. I hate doing it like that. Minecart hopper. Oh! Yes! Yes! I was thinking about different ideas when, you know, like... We're doing this now, but leading up to it, I think over ideas in my head. And minecart hopper came to mind, and I thought, oh, I don't want to use that because, like, I don't know. I just like the idea of it being a very solid, reliable thing without, like, a minecart whizzing back and forth. So let's think about the minecart behavior if all of this is locked. Let's say we have an external mechanism locking it. Okay, so this will be tiled over and over again. They'll be on. Alright. Minecart can easily pick up the items from where the shulker is. It also means... it might enable some extra functionality, actually, for the shulker box. But anyway, it will have to go all the way over and back again probably a couple of times. Let's put a stopper there and a stopper here, and just imagine it's going back and forth. Now, how does it start to go that way, and how does it know when to end and stop? I like this idea. It's just going to be a little bit hacky. I think actually the other idea might be better. But the Big Large says you should use Buildcraft pipes, to be honest. Dude, this is vanilla Minecraft. You know what I should really use is that give me all the potions mod. Then I don't have to build anything. Randy Nicole, thank you for gifting a sub to Alan Animal. Appreciate you doing that. Since minecarts react to redstone, how would that benefit this process, says DJ Seb? It would allow us to manipulate what the minecart is doing for interacting with redstone, but I think it's kind of finicky. Now, Hopper minecart can pick up items from this, and then it can not be there when it breaks. So I like this idea of if we had a manipulatable like junction for the hopper minecart, okay, something like this. So it actually goes back and forth to this spot. It goes down like that, right? When it's empty, it goes back this way. Okay, so we put the shulker box here. This thing can only have 5 at a time though. So it needs to go... I'm not really sure, actually, if the junction would work then. Because you want it to go back and forth picking up potions. The idea would be... Oh, I guess no, this could work, right? So when it's empty, which we detect here with a comparator, a piston breaks it, and there is a hopper at this level. The only thing is that hopper needs to be locked all the time. So when this thing breaks, it unlocks that for a moment, right? Then this can give the shulker box back to the player. Actually, no, we want to give the shulker box back to the player with all of the items in. That would be the real trick. So if we did this the other methods, that would probably be easier, right? The other methods would be that we have all the items go out through the hopper, and then the timing of that means we can break the piston. Oh, this is going to get so complicated, but I'm going to go in the other direction now, right? We are going to not use a minecart because I think it's going to do the same thing but be more finicky. We are going to use hoppers going across like this. A comparator at the end. When that receives the signal, we are going to unpower. Which ones are we unpowering? These? No. Yes, what I'm on about. Redstone dust, please. Redstone dust. Don't need that there. Okay, so with that set up, I'm hoping that we can just evenly distribute these things in. They will blink, one will go in, next lot, 2 go in, next lot, 3 go in. Let's see what happens. I think we are in the position to just pick up that and put it on top, right? Okay, we don't actually need the filter anymore. Looks like it's going to store one, actually. Yeah, it stores one each time. Which is kind of disappointing, really. And then we've got 2 in there. How do we get it to blink a 3rd time? Where did... They've all gone in. That's brilliant. They've all been evenly distributed, right? Look, 2 on every single one of them. All of these will have 1 in. Oh, no. Wait, where did they go? Oh, they're stuck in the one above, right? Except they're not because... Wait, where did they go? 1 there. Right, so where did these ones go? Wait, these ones don't have... What? Now I'm confused. What happened? So we've got 2 over here for the first few. Then all of a sudden it's like none. That's incredibly inconsistent. Ah. Oh, disappointing. Wait, did any go... Ooh. Right, what mistake have I made here? I thought they were locked. Oh, now it makes complete sense. I did not lock these yet. It's okay, we don't know if it actually worked or not yet. Now we'll know, because I'm going to take all of these out. Actually, let's unlock it. Because then they'll all come down to the end, right? Chat knows the hopper's below. It was the hopper's below. Right, okay. Attempt number 2. We've got a drunk cow in chat. Hey, Major. We also got Insane Aim Man here with a Prime, and Anonymous has gifted a sub to Beth's Gaming. Thank you for gifting that sub. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, we're going to place this down. And this time, I still think we're going to see an issue, but... So so that's the issue now, is that this thing also needs to unlock for a little bit longer, which I think might be possible with a repeater. We'll find out. Okay, so actually all of the potions ended up in there. What? Does that mean it works? Except they didn't? Why has that one got none? Oh no, I know what that is. It's like the brewery on Hermitcraft. Oh yeah, there's this lame... Oh, that's so lame. There's this lame thing where like somewhere in a chunk or a chunk border, like it can't distribute them properly and you get this gap. This will happen, even though the redstone's perfect there. Ah, nuts. So we can't use that technique because of that bug. That's kind of lame, isn't it? We can possibly do something a tiny bit different. Let's think. I mean, the issue here is it's skipped over it totally. Bud says just use hopper minecarts then. I think we might see the same issue. Let's think about that other idea that we had. If we have filters, then 3 will end up in there. Yeah, that means we'd have to use the minecart. Oh, I don't want to use the minecart. I really don't. Okay, so let's think this through again, right? It's locked. And we're going to put our little filters in here, so only 3 can go in each. Now, while it's brewing, we can do all the business. And then it can be ready for this to be unlocked. At which point, when that's unlocked, this probably needs to be locked. No, it doesn't, because, well... Yeah, no, it doesn't. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm with it. I'm with it, y'all. Let's go ahead, then, and put in this minecart track. Also, I'm pretty sure some redstone just went in where it shouldn't have done, but yeah. We got a noise in the ear from Indigo Iguana here, which isn't bit saying I have my strong suits in Minecraft, but redstone is certainly not one of them. Your machines are impressive marvel of engineering and an inspiration to all of us. Thank you, dude. I appreciate the lovely message and the cheers and bits, of course. Now you get to see a little bit of how this sort of stuff comes together, and it's tricky. It's a lot of time. Amazing Matt says, what's wrong with a hopper minecart? Probably not a lot, but it's just a little less elegant to have a moving element going around, and at some point you'll unload and load the chunks and it'll stop moving or something along those lines. It just feels like there's more room for error if we were to do it that way. I do really want to scratch my noggin and just think, was there potentially one other way to do what you just saw? I started to think about other blocks that move items, like droppers. But then you got to evenly distribute things into droppers, so maybe not. It could be possible that rather than having a chain of hoppers, you have a chain of droppers to sequentially move them across. It sounds almost good, but I can't help but feel that's going to be a lot of careful redstone that will probably run into a similar problem. So, this thing will be powered, and obviously our hopper minecart goes back and forth distributing them. So in order to do that correctly, we need our iron bars. Gonna set up these filters straight away. 2 in each. Can we involve some sort of waterlogging mechanism, says DJ Seb. What would be the purpose of using a waterlogging mechanism? I could use water to distribute these, right? The problem is if the ones at the front don't pick them up quick enough, which is definitely likely and possible, that we then have to make the water circular, and then it starts to become a bit of a pain. And then the minecart is essentially doing the same thing, right? Okay, so all oh no, they don't all have them in. Might as well double check that. Okay, they've all got a filter, so they're only going to take 3. Then we're going to have to lock. Yeah, we definitely need to be able to lock all of these, so we'll do that here. Okay, let's go add a lever or a power source down the back here. Okay, it doesn't quite get to the other end. That's fine for now. Okay, so we're going to have a a shulker box here. and then a way to pick it back up again, which is going to be down below. In fact, I want to come over just an extra block because this is all going to be a bit of a squeeze. Or maybe it needs to be a squeeze because I've got to put in a regular rail here and. Now, there's too much room for error unless I put it like this. Now, the other issue is where the shulker lands. The shulker breaking is going to be super finicky to do right. So let's assume that it can go... Actually, no, where are we breaking this thing? We're breaking it here. But the player needs to put it in. Oh, this is just going to be bad news all over, right? Okay, I'm going to put our piston into place. Our piston is going to go at this height here. And it needs to be a sticky piston, first of all. It's going to push... Here we go. It's going to push a trapdoor down into that space to break the shulker box. So, currently, we've got all the sides covered. Then we have... Yeah, there's pretty much no way it's getting out of that, right? But the player comes up to this thing and interacts with it. And that means there's a chance that it can land on this ledge as well. And we need that to be a full block, otherwise the powered rail thing's not going to work. So... This is just bad news all over. What would the player do here? Like, we could put an iron trapdoor there, maybe, and then manipulate that. So when the thing is in use, this is going to close. Okay. Okay, it's getting a little bit more manageable. I'm a bit worried about the amount of space. Like, maybe this ingredient distribution should simply happen from the other side. In which case, we're going to just put them like that for now. Okay, so when the shulker box is placed here, it won't be able to be physically placed on that block or anywhere else in there. It can only go in that spot. We shall be able to detect the contents of it. And what we need to do after we've detected that in a particular state is send a pulse up here. And when we do that, we also need to power this trapdoor. I think it might make more sense to power it from up here. Okay, so this is going to turn on. The minecart will be going back and forth. When it's empty, it then turns off. So in order for the minecart to go back and forth, that rail needs to be powered. How am I going to do this and make the redstone look semi-comfortable? I'm thinking I might put this on the opposite side for now, because there's more wiggle room over here. Okay, so that's important to go back to where the player is. Although no, we wanted to load this up, so this will probably go down to a dispenser to put the shulker box there. Okay, that's actually going to be super easy, that bit. So to explain, once it ends up in those hoppers, we need to place it here. And again, we're going to have to like box it in a fair bit, but this just means we can do that. So that takes care of that problem. Uh-huh. Trying to click on that side. So what did I say we needed to power down below? We need to power that block. Not quite sure how. And I'm trying to do it like with the redstone mostly hidden from the player's view. I think what we might need is 2 powered rails here, and then power it from this spot. That's probably going to end up being easier. So it's just got to sort of go around the corner. Okay, so when we want that to be powered is actually when the shulker box is there. So that means it's going to be a pretty straightforward case of just moving the signal around the corner. And if we do it like this, it should be good until it turns off. And when it turns off, we need to... We might need to power this trapdoor as well. By the way, I'm trying to keep the front here a little bit clean for the player to walk up to. Like, I don't want them to have like a whole bunch of redstone on display. Like, they're going to walk up to that, and they're going to put the shulker box there. So that's going to power the rail. That means our minecart hopper will do distribution until this is empty. At which point this turns off. So we need a falling edge detector now. Not sure what the best way to do that would be. It's not falling. Okay, if that turns, let's simulate this somewhere else. Let's go grab a lever. And let's put a lamp somewhere here. Okay, so... the fact that it powers both isn't actually helpful there. Top one, bottom one. So that's both really. Like, what one do you want to detect, when it turns on or when it turns off? So we don't need to create an event when it turns on. We need an event when it turns off. So therefore, this block is going to be powered. Okay, when that block gets powered, we need to... Actually, I could do with an on and an off. When... I kind of need a flip-flop to control this, but not sticky piston. That's not going to power the sticky piston, right? So when this thing turns both on and off... Oh, jeez. It's getting a little tricky and difficult now. Let's read some noises in the ear. Jacko Attack is here for 2 months in a row. How's it going? Not bad, dude. Hope you're enjoying the engineering going on here. Tarek Coolio is here for 6 months. Thanks for all the content. Much needed during difficult lockdown times. Yep, lockdown. Second day of lockdown for a month over here in the UK. Marmote Setman is here for 4 months. Thank you so much, dude. Red Now is here with a Prime, and Johnny MD is here for 2 months. Thank you for the nice message. I'm glad you enjoy the episodes. Someone says it's actually going to power the piston. It wasn't over here, right? Like, I'm just thinking now, when this turns on, we want that trapdoor to turn on. We also just want it to stay on for a little while after they've put the shulker box in. And it doesn't need to immediately turn off. So actually, all we need for that event is literally a delay. That's super easy. That might break the contraption when it's lower. I'm going to put a delay on that. I've got a feeling that we need that. Where can I get the signal? If I put a block here, I believe we actually get that output twice. And therefore, when it's at its lowest... No. Wait a minute. We think of it like this. And forget that. Alright, it's literally that block there. And that's the most delay I can offer in that space, which is not actually ideal. But it might have to be what we go for, okay? So, with a little more sort of this for the player, I guess. Right, we've now got those things in place, potentially. So, what did I say we want? Turns on. Turns off. That block creates a signal that needs to go to this piston. Gonna have to avoid that. Just rotate this, right? But then, if it's rotated, it's gonna power when it's above and below. And I can't put redstone there, or can I? No, because then it'll, almost compacted. Let's move this around for a second. That's what we want. Now when it goes up, let's get ourselves, let's use a lever. No, let's use a block. No signal. Ugh. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I think that's what someone was trying to warn me about, right? Why did that not do it here, then? It's because... Yeah, okay, I got it. I got it. We need a slab. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. I guess it's powering back into itself, like... I guess I could possibly chain it and just put a block there. Right, let's try that. Now it does it both ways. Let's try a repeater. Hey, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. And it's, you know, it's pretty compact as well. So, shulker box goes in. Hopper minecart goes back and forth. When it takes out the last items, this thing then ejects the shulker. And there's this slim chance that it might put it into the hopper minecart. Why did I not think of that first of all? This is why I didn't like the idea of using a hopper minecart to begin with. Let's give it a whirl, okay? It's going to be such a pain if it all goes wrong. Actually, now's a good time to create like a structure block backup. Because when this thing goofs up, I don't want to manually reset it, right? Like if we look here, oh, it's not as good as I thought. Oh, jeez. We got an empty one. Let's just get a chest. Start getting those potions out of the system. We need a torch before we do anything else as well. All good, all good. Let's go to this thing and go into save mode. Oh, I've done it the wrong way around. Okay, let's move that. And just put it down over on this side. Okay, so height. Just say 10. Up 7. Let's say 20. Okay, so it can be a little bit shorter, smaller. Okay, so it needs to be... That 7 needs to be an 8. This thing needs to be probably like a 14. And that's probably like an 8. And I think that'll do... No, 2 more. Yep, all good. Saved. Right, then we... Oh, structure name? Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's read the noises in the ear. We got Stefan RBK here for 17 months. And we got Zack Attack 2097 here for 6. Thank you so much to the both of you. Appreciate it. Okay, right. Now we get our opportunity to test this. It's left that there, which I'm going to say is not something that happens every time, right? Got it. Okay. Oh, it might do, so I'm going to do that. Excellent. You saw the trapdoor shut, right? So now this thing is distributing, and it's putting them straight in. Actually, but then, oh wait, is it going to do that? No, it's not going to do it evenly. Of course not. I've overlooked something here. This needs to be locked, but how do you get the items in? The whole thing needs to be 1 block higher. Oh, that's such a pain. That's such a pain. Like, the whole thing's got to be rebuilt. Right, let's look at the problem. Yep, this needs to be locked. Oh, apparently it didn't save the rails in the end. That's weird. Okay, and what did we do? We had one of those. Oh, this is a head scratcher. I thought the path to victory here would be a little easier. Oh no, wait a minute. What am I doing? Like, break all of this. Okay, so it needs to go up by 1 block. I think we're gonna have to ditch what we've got going on up here for now. We'll address that again later. This bit is kind of easy and not too much to worry about, really. It does need that sort of space though. So, oh, it's the same problem. If I put hoppers on top, it's not going to evenly distribute it. Why did I think this worked? It will work if the brewers won't accept potions, but they do, and we can't lock them unless there's potions already in. No, this was a waste of time. This was a waste of time. So the idea that I had before with the hoppers going across that were locked on top, that would be the ideal way to do it if it weren't broken. Ah, there's too many variables. This is like what's tricky about Minecraft and redstone, is that there's all these variables, and as you're problem solving for one, you kind of get hyper focused on it, and then you lose track of the other variables, and then you build something like we just did, and then you're like, oh, that doesn't work because of that thing that we changed a while ago, right? Anyone in chat got some ideas? Why can't you just lock the hopper level while the cart goes through? Because then it won't pick up the item. Right? It's not going to pick up the items. I do not know. You could put a comparator at the end of the hopper like a line in a smeltery. There you go, that is exactly what I was describing a second ago, and it doesn't work. Because of the bug, where it doesn't evenly distribute. Use droppers, says I am Andrew. It's looking like that might be the way. Let's give it a shot, right? Because it's going to be a real pain in the bum one, but let's experiment, I guess, at least. So I won't actually build out all of the redstone either. The one at the end kind of just needs to be a chest, I think. Okay. Yeah, literally to the point where I might even just simulate some of the stuff like the comparator, right? So then we need this. Then we need that. Then the items get fed into it. And then we need a way to power this that doesn't power that. And then it's going to... Oh, that's tricky as well. That's super tricky. Maybe I can pull it all out by 1 block. And then have... Yeah, okay. I can see all... No, because the filter won't work then. This row of hoppers needs to be directly there. Okay, so... Am I overthinking this? I think I'm over... No. Okay, yeah. That's an issue. Oh, this is getting ugly. It's getting ugly. It's getting ugly. I guess then the shulker is like more back here. I can be there. Let's get a button.
The kingdom is ours.
Right, let's give it a whirl. This is going to be a way of doing it that I'm not particularly keen on. And I think after this I'm done as well. Like, I'm going to have to go back to just thinking about it. Why? I got this correct. Let's do that. Right, here we go. This is going to be our last attempt, I think. And then we're going to do some other stuff. Okay. So all of the potions are going to get drained into the first dropper. Oh, what an idiot. I forgot. Got to do all this now. Okay, well that's good because we don't want that in there. Or that. Actually, I guess we've got to check every single one of them. Otherwise it'll look like it don't work. Okay, that's all of them, right? So only a few potions got in there. Let's check out the dropper. It's got that. And that should be the full amount. Okay. So, what happens is we power the droppers like this. And where do the potions go? Oh, they don't even distribute evenly. Like where that's not gonna work. Oh, it goes across two at once. Two at once. Well, we gave it a fair shot, my friends. And sometimes that's the way that redstone goes. I'm going to have to think this over again. We found some fantastic mechanics though. Like the fact that we can leave that there is great. We just need to get the potions into here. Right? Which sounds easy. The problem is they're going to go straight into the brewers. And we don't want to leave stuff inside of this system. So they need to be locked, you know. We need to get the items in here while that's locked. Why did we abandon this again? It was a case of... yeah, when this thing starts to take potions... Did I stopped this thing, did I? I can't remember what happened. Also, did the shulker box end up in there? Oh, it looks like... it looks like they just got drained straight into these hoppers. I actually remember that it was going to be a thing to add something here. Like... let's quickly grab power source. So they should be locked, essentially, until we want to pick up our shulker. But yeah, that was something I predicted happening. What happened with this again? Why did it go so wrong? So we do that. It takes them, and then it starts distributing them. Oh, they weren't locked. Yeah, and then if they are locked, this thing ain't going to do anything. It's not going to put them in. Yeah, that was it. This is why I just use free brewing stands manually, as KDRR. Well, we're definitely not trying to do it manually, we're trying to do it automatically. It might be that we need to completely rethink how we do this, but it's going to involve 9 of these and taking a full box and then modifying them. Simon says, why don't you use a minecart chest instead of a minecart hopper? Well, because then the minecart chest is incapable of taking items from the shulker, and it's still incapable of putting them into the hoppers. Man, you must have some good patience, because I would have watched the tutorial already. I don't think a tutorial exists for this. We're creating like a very unique contraption. I'd be surprised if something already exists. Anyway, patience is something you should go into it in mind, right? Before you start this challenge, you should envision that it will go wrong, and that you will stream for an hour and nothing to show for it. If you think about that before you start and you're cool with that, you accept it, and I'm not like, and maybe you hear that and you're like, knee-jerk reaction, no way, I'm not doing that. But you think it through a little bit. You're not going to get anywhere if you don't try. So be okay with trying and not succeeding. Because, you know, we also did some cool little bits of redstone engineering here that actually worked, and the more you actively do that, you'll be developing your understanding of redstone, right? I'm an I says the stream is still fun. Thank you, dude. I'm glad it's been fun. I've tried to do it in a way where I get to explain everything so y'all can learn. I mean, it's not just a case of, oh, it didn't work, you know. Anyway, what the point I was making is, if you can be cool with the outcome not being what you wanted before you start something, then when that outcome happens, it's not the end of the world. And you can apply that to many things in life, not just redstoning. And it's something I've talked about before, is expectations and disappointment. That's something I heard, I can't remember if it was early this year, but at least something within the last year or so, that when I heard it really resonated with me, and it's basically been kind of like my thing that I go over in my head time and time again. Like, whatever it is I'm going to do, you know, even something simple today, like I headed over to my parents' house to help them with leafing in the garden, right? I was outdoors, I did not go inside, I did not break the rules of lockdown. Shut up! I kept my 2 meters distance, okay? You know, like, I didn't even need to do it for this, but I'm looking forward to helping out, because I like to, you know, I like to do things that help other people, and I like to get outside and do a bit of active work. But if I got there, let's say, and it's like, oh, it's all off because it's raining or whatever, like, that can make you feel disappointed, but, you know, then you have to feel the disappointment. And is it really worth it? You know, in that case, it wouldn't have been. Sometimes there are important things that happen in life that means it would be worth it. In that case, no. So that's why you think ahead, right? That's how I do it anyway. You think ahead a little bit. Naughty X says Smolgo. Look, I didn't break the rules of lockdown, technically, okay? I mean, it's your definition. You're allowed to meet with one other person from another household. That's all I did today. It was just in the garden. And I kept my 2 meters distance, so I could help out and do some leafing. It's not against the law if you're a family. It is. It is. Lockdown is pretty strict here. I mean, maybe you're speaking from a different country or something, but here in the UK, that includes your own family. You're allowed to meet outside with one other person from another household. So that was me. I was the one other person today. Did you wear a face mask? No, it was outside. Plenty of distance. I mean, sure, it doesn't hurt, but like, when you're outside, it's supposed to be very astronomically low, the chances that your droplets don't get taken away by the wind and land on someone's hand and then they touch their face. Like, the odds of that are supposed to be really slim. Right, I'm having a little, because I'm going off and waffling, I'm having a little trouble focusing for a second here. So we're going to fill up that pipe. And we've learned that the redstone, the way it gets started, with exception to this one at the end, is that we have to break that and this. So every single one of these will get started through my intervention, which means we're good to stock this up. So let's see if we can do it. And hopefully there isn't something else that I've overlooked. So we're going to need lots of the blaze rods and blaze powder. Let's actually go ahead and put more of these shulker boxes down on the ground so we have more inventory space. Makes the workflow a little easier. What is your skin exactly, says Gonna Study? I'm a bee. I'm a big, beautiful bee. You know? We got noises in the ear. We got Anna Bomb Banana here for 7 months. And a freaking wild dog here for 7 as well. Thank you so much to the both of you. Appreciating the support. Okay, so a few of these extra things can go in there for now, as we don't need them. We need some bottles, but not a lot. It's going to be real slow and tedious, by the way. Like, it might be worth thinking up a better way to do this. Off the top of my head, not much comes to mind, but essentially I'm going to do this, right? And then at some point my inventory's going to be full. Okay, it's full. Let me head up here. Okay, so full set of blaze into there. Then we're going to put that and this. That is not a good sign. Immediate fail. Why did we fail? Because we have to put items in here first. Whoopsie. That means that there are now water bottles where we don't want them, and I've got to break this thing open. Great. put that back. So, there is damage, but not all hope is lost. I need 53 items. I could put redstone in. I feel like I need a junk item. Like, what have I got an excessive amount of? Stone? Yes, of course. So really, I should do that first before what I'm currently doing. So once we've done this, we'll go do that. X, you can automatically fill up bottles. That is a part of the contraption I am yet to build. Okay, so 3 go in there. 4 go in here. Now we're in business. Okay, so again, blaze powder there. I like the way that 1 ticks away. It kind of lets me know you've done it right. Blaze powder here. Water bottles there. And then we just keep doing that, really. You have to do it one at a time. And you don't want any of the brewers running when you're doing this, because it will mess it all up. X is a bee. I thought bees hated water. They probably do. They probably do. Are you on the Hermitcraft server, X? I believe I am. If I'm not, I'm very worried.
She laid her hand in his.
Whenever I'm on a backup of the world, like maybe I've opened it up to do something in creative, like I always get super paranoid that I'm actually on the server. Okay, we're going to hit a little bit of a tricky bit here because the next one is connected to that. So we need another 53 stone. X, if you did this in a biome that rains, it could refill automatically. That's a good point. But you know, you can also refill automatically with a dispenser. So that's an interesting way to fill up bottles. You know, if we didn't have the other way, it would be really cool. You'd be building some big crazy contraption, right? Oh, I just had a thought. Brain, you are so smart. I love it. We don't need some weird wacky extension contraption over here. We changed the amount of items in the hopper. Why did I not think of this earlier? Oh, why did I not think of that earlier, eh? Big brain Xisuma. You know, it only took me an hour and 10 minutes to figure that one out. Big brains over here. Watch out. Okay, watch out, Bill Gates. Who's one of those smart people? Elon Musk. Watch out, Elon. Okay. I'm coming for SpaceX. I'm going. It's official. Xisuma's going to the moon. You heard it here first. Lol, tiny brain moment says I am speed. Don't put me down, man. Don't put me down. Let me have my moment. I use mod is here with the prime. Thank you ever so much, dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Right, and I'm going to do much more than this, which is not a lot, actually. Let's grab that. Bam. We go get some stone blocks next, I guess.
Come with me into the magic.
Yep. Here we are. Right, do you know why it's super important that we put in the bottles? Because otherwise the blaze powder that we put in here will unfortunately filter across, which we don't want. So the bottles are like a blocker. And the last 2 go there. Cool, right, we've got to go get some stone now. Grab that. Do you have a tea right now, says Bluebam. I did, but it's cold and, you know, 90% drunk, so I'm going to leave that last bit. Why did I say that so weird? SH Mousy is here with the prime. Thank you so much, dude. We got Bodiacacious Boar here with the prime as well. Appreciate it. Will X integrate the sandcastle into this? I'm going to build something around here. I originally pictured using red sandstone, but then I thought about how big this is and how... It might not be the maddest thing ever. If I can perhaps incorporate some terracotta or reduce the amount of red sandstone I'm using, it might go a little smoother. There is something that I need to pick up for building later. I'm going to take this now, just so I don't forget. Oh, there's that in there? Let's have a look what's going on. Oh. Oh, see, this is the problem that we faced a minute ago. It never distributes to this furnace because it uses the same redstone setup that you saw earlier. Right, we'll pick up more of that on the way back. We went to get stone. We're going to need 13 stacks of stone, I believe. Well, probably less than that. Probably 12 will do it. Because there'll be a little left over each time. Probably 11 would do it, but we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. Xisuma is not a common English name. Xisuma is a made-up name, NJT. I tried vanilla tweaks and I love it, says Bad Chocolate. Testimonial right there. One bite of vanilla tweaks and I was hooked. We got body acacia. Oh no, I read that one. Okay, for some reason I thought another noise went off in my eardrum, but it didn't. Is that the last of it? I believe that's the last of it. Excellent. All names are made up, says Shockwave. Very true. Including Shockwave. Unoriginal, dude. Come on, get an original. Don't be making up names. Jeez, this guy. I don't like how there was a creeper near a skeleton. Oh, it's all going to go wrong. It's all going to go... Run! Run for your life. Oh! I knew it! Oh, they're ruining the party. Rubbish. Rubbish. Can I rebuild the wall? I can partially rebuild the wall, peeps. Need one more wall. And we ain't got it. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 like that. Aha! Now they have no way. I knew something was going to happen. I knew it. Okay, right. Let's go make our 53s. At least it's not the redstone. Yeah. It could have been the redstone, right? Oh, I can reach from here. That's good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that'll be the way we do it. So bump, bump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey! Look at me doing a thing. Cool. Will vanilla tweaks get 2 snapshots for 1.17? I believe, given the current state of Minecraft, most of the stuff will just work, apart from probably 1 or 2 things it might break. But vanilla tweaks, historically, when I was running it, you know, didn't do snapshots, right? But now that I'm not part of the team, who knows? They might choose to do that. Didn't you say in the episode that you'll like this place, says Amazing Matt? Yeah, and it's lit. It's lit, fam. Can't you see? Okay, there we go. Thoughts on sleeping bag item? God Ninja Eternal? Isn't that called a bed? I mean, I got a bed, and all it takes is put it on the ground, sleep in it, pick it back up again. It's currently been left on the ground. I mean, the sleeping bag's pretty much going to do the same thing. It's one of those things that people always ask for, but don't realise it's kind of already there. When are you going to build up all the farms to supply the brewers with ingredients? Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, kind of now? Like, this is it. This is the mega project, right? That's the whole point. We build this mega brewery, now we need farms to run it. Oh, whoopsie. Random question, do you have carbonara paste in the UK? I believe so. I believe I've cooked with that before. Right, now how much do we have left? Oh, this one already got it? Oh, it's got a torch. It's got a torch. Got a parrot down there. Look at that. Got a fair bit left over. Cool. Swoop on down back over here. Why don't you use clean redstone texture? I'm fine with redstone how it is. That's why I don't use it. Cool, let's chuck boop and boop over here. And then when I go to do this other project, I'm gonna need these, I guess. Guess this will work. They can go in there. Just put them like that. Completely pointless. Backpack? Sleeping bag. That's the one. Sleeping bag. Okay, so we'll do a little bit more of this, but it's not the most exciting thing in the world, so I won't do it for too much longer, I think. Have you noticed that redstone doesn't connect completely? It does now. I know what you mean. Like, it used to not go up the side of blocks, right? Nico Buena is here for 20 months. Thank you ever so much, Nico. Appreciate it. And, peeps, it's time for the plugs. You know, people write me emails. They say, Xisuma, you know, the stream was alright, but that moment where you plugged your other channels, it was beautiful. And so if you didn't know, I have 4 channels on YouTube. One about music. One about things that I say. One where these live stream goes. And then the main channel. If you have not checked them all out, please go take the time to do so sometime. It'd be wonderful to have you enjoying the content that we've been putting out on these different channels. And there you go. What else should I plug? I got a Twitter. I tweet things, okay? Alright? I tweet words, I tweet pictures. Sometimes other stuff. Jeez, I don't know. There you go. Alright, the bit where I plug things is done. Oh, we can breathe a sigh of collective relief together. Oh, okay, that bit's over. Thank goodness. I never thought he was going to shut up. Right, let's chuck that in there. There we go. And then we've got to do the one down here. And then we're out of blaze powder again. So really I should bring like 5 or 6 stacks of blaze powder for each one. Black Hunter O says you wish you could make a YouTube channel. Well, if there is some sort of limitation stopping you from doing so, then okay. But if not, like, if you've got something you want to share with the world, YouTube's a good place to do it. And there we go, all full up. You should plug your nose when there's a smelly smell. You know, I don't get too many enlightening comments on that level, but, you know, that was very enlightening. Thank you. I feel like my quality of life has been forever improved. I would have not have thought to have blocked my nose when there's a smelly smell. I did a similar project to this in Season 3 now that I think about it. Having a bit of deja vu here. I think it might have been... Oh, I made a mistake. And actually it's probably just going to be okay to leave it like that for a minute. Okay, so let's get one more round of this done. I think I might do something else now because this is kind of like grindy. Xisuma is the chillest Hermitcraft member by far, says Saple the Apple. What about Sir Chills-a-lot? I mean, Sir Chills-a-lot is pretty darn chill, if you ask me. Don't forget about Sir Chills-a-lot, jeez. Rafi Warren is here for 8 months. Great content, glad to be here for 8, looking forward to a whole lot more. Thank you so much, dude, appreciate it. Okay, so where did we get to? Where did things all start to go horribly wrong? Right here. Right here's where they started going wrong. And then up there.
We must give the beast what it wants, whatever it
Yep, still all good. And that's the last one. Cool. There you go, that's what we'll do for today. So I'm going to leave all the blaze rods over here. Going to put the water bottles in this one. I guess now we can take that out as this is a bit of a backpack. That being said, kind of need a spot to put more of these bottles, right? Let's do a couple more. Let's do that. Those can go in there. Let's do this many. Then we'll have room for everything, I think. What I'll probably need to do is put those two in there. There we go, all good. Decked out is already finished. Yes, decked out is... Oh, someone asked for decked out. I'm reading up chat. People are like, decked out is done. Yes. Yes, it is. It's because someone asked that they're replying. I see. Let's use that one last. Oh, I did it again. Now we need to go over here. Is that right? Yep. And that'll be that, I guess. Still full. Two more. Which means 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe, actually. Will you miss decked out? Yeah, I miss playing it, actually. Like, eventually you get burned out of a game. You're gonna reach a point where you're like, okay, I've enjoyed that. I wasn't there yet with decked out. I was still very much enjoying it. Compliments to the chef, eh? Compliments to the chef. Cool, there we go. Now, we don't have to take anything with us. Everything fits into there. Beautiful. That comes with us. This goes back in here. Ooh. Oh wait, what's out of place? That one. Bam. That can go into here. And then we'll take that with us. Sweet. Sweet! What else is on the list for today? Not too much, actually. Not too much. We've got to bring some shulker boxes back over here, really. It was mainly the creative world stuff that was going to take up a lot of time. Hey, Xisuma, getting another curry tonight. Your suggestion last time was great. Got any more, says JJB. Funny enough, I am getting a curry after the stream. I don't know what I suggested last time, but what I recommend doing is getting a menu and just ticking off the ones that you've tried and go through them a bit. You can find some interesting ones and maybe a new favourite. But a favourite from a restaurant around here I like is mango chicken curry. Oof, that is a treat. Let's put this down over to the side. And then just fish out some shulker boxes. And we'll start putting them over there. That includes these two. Sweet. Also, wasn't it getting to be nighttime? Oh, and I put my bed in this one? Yes, yes I did. The maintenance for decked out is too much for Tango. I guess he wanted to do other things as well, says Mr. Frog. Yeah. You know, it's his game, he's got to run it, and if it takes him a lot of time, like, we of course appreciate the time he puts into it, but yeah, I imagine there's a point where it becomes too much. Xisuma, have you tried Jamaican jerk food, says Randy? I have. I find the Jamaican stuff to be a little bit kind of like... Some of it's like not very unique, but some of it is. So I really like the curried goat dish that they do with rice and peas. That's really cool. The jerk chicken is... The flavour of the jerk's kind of nice. It's a bit like brown sauce, but it's not massively... you know, interesting for me, but yeah, I like a bit of curried goat. There's actually a Jamaican place that I can order from, and I've ordered from before, and they did it with like dumplings in as well, which is really cool. Gotta love some dumplings. Look at all these supplies, eh? This is gonna be one heck of a mega farm. We could actually compact some of that redstone, you know. Which is what I think we're going to do. I think I'm going to throw down some more torches around the outside as well. What's your go-to takeaway, says Jay Hill? Well, it's curry. And I found this homely place that does pies and mash and peas. I think I'm going to have like that maybe once every other week or something. I was kind of like enjoying pizza, but I think I'm over pizza. Like homemade pizza is always better than takeaway. It really is. And there's this one place that does really nice takeaway pizza, but I realised it's loaded with salt. Like every time I have it, I get this really kind of like thirsty, unsatisfied feeling after I've eaten it. Like I'm full, but I want to eat more, and I feel very thirsty. And then it kind of hit me, like every time I've had a pizza from there, it's super salty. So I tried this other takeaway place, and the pizza was just not that appetizing, really. So yeah, I'm looking. I've been looking on Deliveroo. Like Just Eat is very pizza and curry, and burgers and kebabs, and Deliveroo seems to have like a bit more options over here. So trying out some things, I guess. But I love food, man, like, as you know. I love cooking. Like, I always cook some interesting dishes throughout the week. Today I had, like, tofu and rice. A load of flavouring and all sorts. It was scrumptious. Scrumptious, I tell you. That is a lot of shulker boxes. Have you ever had Wagamama, says Retro? Wagamama is some of my favourite cuisine. I love that you can get the calories on the app, so you know to some extent exactly what you're consuming. And because it's so like fresh and healthy and like much more of a healthy, because everything's on a scale, much more of a healthier food or takeaway option. Like I can't really say no to having a Wagamama. I can count the calories. I know it's relatively healthy food, so I'm always down for some of that. Right, what we're going to do is chuck that off to the side so it's obvious where it is, and then fish out some more redstone. In fact, what I'll do is I should have done this first. Like, I should have, before I put them down, I should have sussed out all the redstone ones, right? Woo, we're going to make a lot of potions with all of this. A lot of potions. You can tell, though, that some of the ingredients, there's just more than you'll ever need, which is great. Oh, and I'll tell you one thing I'm looking forward to. Instant damage potions. I came up with a cool idea for a minigame earlier today. That's what I want these potions to facilitate, some minigame happenings. And, oh, there's a couple of empty ones. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, there we go. Right, getting some shulker back is good. It's good, I tell ya. Yeah, getting some back is good. Sounds like some people will die from that minigame, says Asdom. That is actually the idea. The idea is it's the stay alive minigame, right? Oh, it sounds so good on a few different levels. Now, my experience with minigames this season, I've had one good hit, and then the other things that I've tried have flopped. Some of them were simple experiments, like the chicken game. Not a big loss, really. Others, not as good. Like the arena, the L13 arena, did not pan out very well, did it? So that's unfortunate. But this one, just off the top of the head, sounds pretty darn good. And I'll give you a little bit of a sneak preview in a minute. A sneaky preview is what you'll get. A very sneaky preview. Right, all of this can go into that. And we have compressed the contents of these shulker boxes successfully. Also, what's going on here? That one's staying... I thought that was the ice one, because it's the same colour as the ice. I generally have this sort of rule of when you put down the ender chest, don't put it right next to other shulker boxes. So then when you see the colour coding around them, you know what they are. That you can just get to them quicker. Right, we got a noise in here from G-Stamp for 57 months. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great, dude. Thanks for asking. Oh, excuse me. Burping is what I'm doing. We got Shizuku3158 for 29 months in a row. If the original Minecraft got renamed to Java Edition, why shouldn't Bedrock get named C++ Edition? Or because it's called Bedrock. I get what you're getting at. It's the language it's written in, but it's already got a name. Like, if the Java one, if it weren't called Java, if it were like Minecraft, the original, then you might just call it Original Edition. Why didn't they call it that? Why didn't they call it that? Original Edition is great. Articus is here with the Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much, Articus. Appreciate your support. Now, what did I say I was going to do? I was going to give you a sneak preview, right? There's a genius. Actually, I should stop saying that. The more I say that, the more I'm going to mess it up. Okay, so here's what we do. We get our... You see, yeah, I can't build this game straight away. We have to build our next module so that we can turn them into splash potions, right? I just had another idea on how the contraption we're going to build would work, but no, we can't get into that. We need a dispenser, okay? So what we do is we put that in there, and then we clone it, right, several times, break it a bunch, put that down, put them in there as well, do that, break those. Oh, what's this? We've got one with full in now, cool. Right, I love doing that. So, I don't know how much of this I actually want to build, really, but we're going to do something involving slime blocks and water to manipulate this. Just keep that in mind. Let's go with a basic redstone clock. And I might goof around a little bit with some slime block action here. I need a block for the redstone to go on. Let's actually use that. And where's my slime block at? There it is. Slime block's here. C Arena is here for 3 months, and Leonard Datch is here for 5. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Let's go up here and go up a few blocks. Right, like that. Somewhere over here we're going to need a clock. So we shall make a clock. Very good. Okay, now to emphasize, I mean, what I'm building is very rudimentary, but there will be much more variance. The arena, air quotes, is going to be have this on all sides. So imagine there's a square arena and there's like a semi-random way in which we power a bunch of dispensers. Oh, they actually fire pretty... They're going to run out quick as well. Right, but then you have a game of dodge. So hermits have got to stay alive in this arena as the potions are coming towards them. And there'll be... Oh, this is definitely great. There'll be multiple hermits. This has got it. Okay, it's going to need some work. Like, the way that they came out there was a bit too much. Maybe what we could do is do something with cobwebs and have it face downwards. No. Oh, that used to work, but they changed it. I really want the hermits to be able to see it coming, is the one thing. So I do want to slow it down. Water would be an option. The other idea is maybe dispensing it into water and then having a sort of reactive environment for that. Right, now, I feel like that's going to need to be 1 block higher. And then the moment it gets powered, it's going to come down like that. Anyway, you know, just basic experimentation. I think water might work better. Let's actually just do a quick experiment with water as well. But we need a way to manipulate... Yeah, that's not as far, is it? And it's semi-random where it lands. So we need like several of these. Is it random? We need several of these. Here's an idea. Let's go soul for a second. Okay, so we go fill. Yeah, I just need to look at that block for a second. 61. Oh no, I need to go 1 block higher than I'm looking. That's the same number. Okay, then we should get particle effects. Let's try... some quirkiness here. It's way more consistent than I want. Anyway, What we essentially want is probably an arena that's maybe 10 by 10, maybe a little bit bigger than that, and potions will fly in from random directions, and it will be about trying to stay alive. And it can be very random, you know, bunch of items going all over the place, something like that. I think it sounds like a good idea, right? Maybe try magma blocks. Oh yeah. Magma blocks. Let's have a look at that as well. So now they're going to go downwards. Yeah, that brings it a little closer. But ultimately, I'm looking for something super random, which might not, unfortunately, be that easy to do. But yeah, I'll experiment with it. And then once we've done a bit of that, you know, we'll have loads of these potions all brewed up, right? With the mega brewery. So the other thing is, if the mega brewery ain't done in time and I want to get this done first, which is not the way around I'd like to do it, we could essentially, you know, set up a little brewer and just leave it running continuously as well. Try honey blocks. There's many things I could try, but I want to give the randomness. Give each dispenser its own clock. This is just a rudimentary setup. Like, you know, they'll be flying in from all different sides of the arena. The thing that I wanted to look at is, like, look at how random that is. It's weird because it seems to just casually hit the same one twice in a row. Like, just watch where it lands. Twice in a row for one of them. Sort of close to twice in a row. It's not always twice, but they land really close together, right? And that's the thing with it. Shulk sensor, weight not 1.17. We won't need a shulk sensor. The idea is that the players are in the arena, the game starts and the potions fly at them. We don't need to detect anything. It's all about them just coming in. Sam says randomizer, 1 free chance for magma, soul sand and normal. Pretty sure a slime block can bounce if placed correctly. Yeah, the slime block can. That's a really good idea. We could have block swappers manipulating the water. However, I would look for something perhaps a little bit more elegant, like something where you don't need pistons constantly changing and doing this and that, you know. What are you making, says Llama Gamer? Nothing really, just expressing an idea that I had for down the line. I'm really into game design. Game design fascinates me. And I said recently it is an ambition of mine to do game design. I've also made an ambition to get on my computer more, and it's really weird where I picked up the music lately. It just feels like it sits in my mind waiting for me to go back to the computer. It's like the second I load that thing up, I know what I'm doing. I just haven't had any time for like 3 or 4 days. It looks like, given my current output and what I'm doing, I'm probably going to get like 2-3 days, evenings tops, where I can sit down at the computer for an hour and do some music, and I'm fine with that. I'm just gonna like build the skill set back up and focus on learning whilst creating a few little things. So I'm happy to just chip away like that. And then also I'm doing some game design projects as well at the moment. Did you finish the Blaze Farm, says the Wizards. Well, I'll leave you with a little bit of a riddle. I have not finished the Blaze Farm. Now you're like, what? What's going on? X, how have you been staying physically fit / motivated to stay in shape through the pandemic? Says Electra. Well, I was already motivated before it happened, so I've been doing what I always do. Thing is, I'm injured. Feel like my knees are getting there. I'm actually standing right now at the standing desk. I reckon after my next visit to the physio, I'm going to start incorporating more leg work back in. Elbows are super slow. I need to experiment more with standing. So now that I can use the standing desk more, hopefully I'll be able to find positions that are going to stop my repetitive strain injury on my arm. That's important. Like, super important. Yeah, so that's kind of like what's going on there with that. What about a yoga ball? I got a yoga ball. I've got quite a lot of like gym equipment, like mainly small things. Big stuff I don't just buy willy-nilly, but smaller things like yoga balls I've got that, and I haven't really found much that I can do with. Like, there were a few things I tried, and it didn't really feel that great. I'll tell you what I did get today in the post, some lacrosse balls to roll my foot under, because I've had a bit of an injury on the bottom of my foot, and it feels super good to do that, actually. Oh, I've gone into the wrong world. Let's go back into this world. I'm going to need some help with this. I know this contraption is going to be super tricky for me, so maybe together we can think of some other ways of doing this. Like, the last way that I want to do it is to have less than 9 breweries. I want to take advantage of 9 breweries at once, because they can do 3 potions each. That's a whole shulker box. My brewer puts all the potions into shulker boxes. It makes so much sense. Now, maybe what we don't need to do is, like, look at how we put the items in the same way that I've been doing. But the challenge is that we need to evenly distribute all the items from the shulker box. If we were to, say, zoom out from where the brewing stand is and put 9 in a row like this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then it's like, we're gonna, you know, do like we did before, and then unlock and let them distribute. Somewhere in this 9 hoppers, one of them is gonna fail, which is really annoying. So, what is the alternative to that, is what I'm thinking. What is the alternative? Can't use a hopper minecart because these blocks have to lock that to stop it putting potions into here. Right? If this were a case of we could leave potions in, then this thing could be done super quick and easy. We can't leave potions in because the idea is that you arrive at it with your box and then you get it back. So if you put in one type of potion and get back a different type from the ones that brewed before, it don't make much sense that way. Put up 10, says Kalarian. Interesting idea. We could build it to accommodate for that. It would be really annoying though, because I'm not sure where in the world that one item that doesn't, like the hopper that doesn't work is. Oh, it's ugly, but it might have to be built that way. What if you use 6 hoppers instead of 9? Then we won't get, I'm not sure how we would get all the potions to where they need to go that way. What are other ways of distributing? Like inventory sizes aren't particularly useful. Like 9 for a dropper might be, because maybe there's a way to go from the shulker box into 3. I mean, I guess you could possibly put a minecart hopper in that space there, but then you put a shulker box above it and you won't get it back. It will get sucked into the same system. Water streams is the one thing we didn't take too seriously. Water streams would work. It would just be a case of how do we make that not that ugly, I guess. Set in 3 separate modules, then split evenly between the 3. How would you do that? How would you split 3 evenly? There's an interesting thought here. Like, a dispenser can dispense the potions. It can shoot them out into water. So a circular water stream would in theory work. Might be a bit tricky to get it working in this space. The other thing is that hoppers are if you put water over hoppers, items can get stuck in the groove in the 3D space. Engineering and pretty, says AC. Oh, it looking pretty has got nothing to do with it. This thing is a behind the scenes beast. The only thing I'd like it to have is a interface where the player puts the shulker box and then gets it back without having to do too much. I still don't understand why you don't want to flood the base water bottles or aqua potions. Well, neither of those things will come into the bottom. It will only be already brewed potions. I mean, this is a poor example because it's not craftable. Right, anyway, I think I've explained the ins and outs of that, right? Also, Maybe a bit of thumbnail action right here. Yeah, that looks like a good thumbnail. Actually, I'm going to do that once more. Oh. Thumbnails are good. Right. Yeah, got me a thumbnail right there. Excellent. My friends, that is it from me this live stream. I hope you've been entertained. I know it's been a very creative mode one, but sometimes you need to do that. Yeah, so thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and shared. I appreciate all your support. What we're going to do today is raid someone in the Minecraft community at random. At random. Going to look for someone with less than 50 viewers. Or what about this person? Watch Gramps do push-ups. Interesting. Alright, we'll go with that one. Yeah, so just supporting someone in the Minecraft community, peeps. It's how we do. I don't know who this person is or where I'm sending you, but it's just a way to support the Minecraft community. Alright. There you go. You can join in the raid. Thank you everyone again. Appreciate your support. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.